This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is Director for Golden Arrow Resources, Mr. David Terry, and that's Dr. David Terry, if I'm not mistaken, right, David?
Well, I guess you can use that. Yes.
We're gonna go with Doctor for the purpose of this conversation. So, David, this is the first time that you and I have an opportunity to chat. I would love to get a bit more familiar with your background. Can you go over that a little bit for us?
Sure, Gerardo. I'm a geologist by background. Been involved with mineral exploration my whole career since I graduated from university. I've worked on a number of different types of projects over the years. A lot of work in Latin America, a lot of work on both precious metals and base metals, and I've been involved with Golden Arrow as a director and officer since we formed the company back in 2004.
Excellent. So it's obviously a tough precious metals market right now. I think anybody that's been involved in the space for any amount of time knows how cyclical this space is. We're obviously hoping that we're in the middle of a bottoming process that hopefully doesn't last too much longer. We got Labor Day coming up, and hopefully we can put the summer doldrums behind us. But Golden Arrow has done a very good job of advancing its projects, of bringing in partners that can help advance the projects. Can you go over the flagship, and then let's talk a little bit as well about the drilling at Antofalla, which is a silver gold base metal project in Argentina. I'd love for you to provide just a brief overview of each project there, and then let's talk about what's going on the ground right now.
Sure. I mean, obviously, everybody involved in the sector would like the the precious metal and base metal, for that matter, prices to be higher. It's been a tough summer, but we just keep our head down and keep moving forward on our projects. And as you said, we've got a very strong partner, and we're on budget and on schedule with Puna Operations and the Chinchillas project development, and we're looking forward to transitioning into transporting ore from the Chinchillas mine to the Pirquitas mill complex later this year.
Excellent. Talk to me about the exploration potential, because that's always intriguing to me.
Yeah, so what we've done at Golden Arrow, we've structured the company in such a way that we have sort of two subsidiaries under the public company Golden Arrow now. We've got our 25% ownership of Puna Operations, which the other 75% of that is owned by SSR Mining, and that's going to be the side of the company that develops Chinchillas, and we've decided to focus the funds that we receive from that, the profits from the mine, into more advanced stage opportunities and royalty interests and that sort of thing. And then on the other side, we've formed a subsidiary called New Golden Exploration that now holds our more than 200,000 hectares of highly prospective mineral properties in Argentina. And we're continuing to advance that portfolio, at the same time evaluate other opportunities to augment it. So we are active on the exploration front at the same time as moving forward into producing from our Chinchillas deposit.
Now, the leverage in regards to the operations obviously comes from the 25% ownership of Puna Operations, which, of course, again, we mentioned it is a tough market right now for precious metals. I think your production costs are right around the $14.79 level, if I recall correctly from the latest news release, and then we're kind of right there. There's leverage to the upside in a better market. I think that's clear as day for anybody that's paying attention. But the exploration from New Golden Explorations, which you mentioned, the 200,000 hectares, can you talk a bit about the geological gold belt and silver belt that exist, and why it's such an attractive land package?
Well, we have projects that are located in a number of the premier mining districts in Argentina. I'll just back up and quickly clarify something you said there. $14 an ounce cost, all-in sustaining cost, is for production that's actually occurring right now from stockpile material that we've been processing for the last year and a half at Pirquitas. The forecast costs from the pre-feasibility study on Chinchillas, which are in the presentation, are around $10 all-in sustaining cost net of byproducts, that's from the pre-feasibility study, and obviously we'll see what it is once we get into production, but they're sort of two separate things.
That's an important distinction. I appreciate that, David. That's very important.
So basically on the exploration property front, we've got the Antofalla project, which is located in Cajamarca, and that's the one that we've focused on over the last year, and we carried out a drill program. We're just assessing the results from that. We've got a very similar geological environment to what we see at Chinchillas, with widespread polymetallic results from previous drilling on the property and our own surface sampling. So it's a very interesting project in an interesting area. Further to the south, we've got several projects in San Juan province, which is one of the more premier mining provinces in Argentina, including Puerto Rios, which is just east of Veladero and Pascua-Lama, the large Barrick gold deposits in the Cordillera. Further north, Mogote, which is immediately south of all of the NGX projects, including Los Alados, Jose Maria, and Filo del Sol, which has now been spun out into another company. And south of Guacamaya, we've got the Pescado project. So we've got a large number of projects spread around in some of the really prospective areas.
What would you consider exploration-wise the flagship, or are you still determining that with the drilling that's going on?
Yeah. I mean, they're all different. I mean, obviously we prioritized the Antofalla project this year, but we go with the results, and so we'll see where we're at a little bit later in the year.
When do you think you'll have a better handle on that? When are you anticipating being able to publish results and kind of getting a better idea once you put all the data together?
Well, we're continually assessing that. I would assume that would be over the next little while, but we're really focused right now on the developments at Chinchillas and transitioning into full production on that.
Excellent. David, I really want to thank you for your time. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? What can shareholders expect here the last 4 months of the year? I mentioned getting the summer doldrums out of the way. That's always a welcome time, although it's always sad to say goodbye to the summer. It's always great to get some more activity in the space.
Well, we're expecting to start producing or transporting ore at more than 4,000 tons a day from Chinchillas to Pirquitas sometime in the fourth quarter. So that'll be a real watershed event for us. We're moving forward with the restructuring of the company to spin out New Gold and exploration, and we're right in the Argentine winter right now, but we'll be coming out of that into spring and starting a lot of our exploration programs down there.
Fantastic. David, fingers crossed for a better market. Thanks again for your time today.
Thanks so much.
All right. You take care now.
You too.